Very good morning. Today we are going to discuss our project, our topic based on the digital image processing. So this is just an introduction of the digital image processing, and we are going to see what are the fundamentals of digital image processing here. So as somebody says that one picture is worth more than 10,000 words. So these images are containing a lot of information that cannot be contained by one document, and that is the importance of the image, and that's why we are very much interested in the image processing. So whenever we want to process these images, the most important thing is we have to capture these images, we have to store these images, and then only we can process these images. So what we have to do, there is we require, as we want to store it on the computer, what we require is we want to represent this image in the form of a digital image, then only they can be the computer readable format. So what is this digital image? It is the representation of two-dimensional image as a finite set of digital values called as picture elements of the pixel. So pixel is what? Pixel is nothing but it is the smallest element of any image. So this is called as a picture element. So this is the format in which we are trying to store our images. Now let's see how we are capturing the image. So we have seen that we are representing the image in the form of a pixel. So pixel is nothing but it is typically representing the gray level, color, height or capacity. That means the properties of the particular image we are storing in the form of a pixel. Now we have to digitize this image. So we have this actual object and we are trying to digitize this object. So this is what? This is nothing but it is the approximation of the real scene. Now there are many common types of the digital image, or you can say the formats of the images. So one is the sample per point, that is black and white or grayscale image. There is a red, green and blue, we call it as a color image. Or there is one more kind of image where we are storing 4 samples of the point per pixel. So if we are storing one sample per point, we call it as a black and white or grayscale image. If we are storing 3 samples per point, that is red, green and blue, RGB values, we call it as a color image. And one more dimension that you can store so that you can give the 3D impact, we call it as a alpha or the opacity of the object. So normally for the 3D scenes we have to store this particular image. Now look at this particular scenes. This is the grayscale image. There is no color object here. There are RGB values, so there is a color object over here, and here you can see the effect of the opacity. That means the fourth dimension that can be added, we call it as a alpha value or the opacity of the object. So depending on what type of data you are storing per pixel, you will get the type of the image. So most of these pictures will have to focus on the grayscale image. Now our syllabus, that is more depicted to the unrestricted to this particular type of image, that is the grayscale image. The important thing is how we are digitizing the images. Whatever we have seen, whenever you capture the image, they are normally, if you see a photograph, a normal photograph, it is a two-dimensional representation, but it is not a digital format. So we have to convert them as a digital image. So nowadays in the capturing devices, they have this provision to make this digitization by themselves by doing two functions on these images. They are the sampling and quantization. In short, I am not going in detail of sampling and quantization because in brief we are studied this in the signal processing. So in the signal processing fundamentals we have seen these two functions. In short, as a part of our image processing techniques, they are nothing but the two dimension that we have. There is a coordinate values and there are the amplitude values. So we are digitizing both these things. So digitizing the coordinate values is nothing but sampling. Digitizing the amplitude values is nothing but the quantization. So these two techniques are very important when you want to digitize this particular image. Now what is processing? processing is digital image processing focuses on two major tasks. The one thing is why we require the processing. Once we have captured and stored the image, we have digitized the image, and now we want to process that particular image using the computer. Now what we are doing, we have to see what things comes under this processing. So two major things in this particular. So one thing is improvement of the pictorial information for human interpretation. This is, we are improving the information so that we can see it clearly, we can interpret the data very clearly. That means nothing but it is the improvement in the quality of the picture. And processing of the image data for storage, transmission, representation, for machine perception. Now the second thing, why we are storing this data, for the analysis purpose, and for that analysis purpose we require the different functions on this, or different processes on the image, like storage, transmission, representation, etc. So two major tasks or processes we have to focus in the image processing. One is improvement in the quality so that the pictorial information for human interpretation is improved, and the second is processing that particular image for storage, transmission and representation of the data. Now there is a huge discussion, is there any gap, or what is the difference between the two particular fields, that is the image analysis and the computer vision. We have seen image analysis is a part of image processing. So let's see what is the difference in these two particular fundamental subjects related to the images. The continuum from image processing to computer vision can be broken up into low, mid and high level processes. So we must understand what is this low, mid and high level processes first. So low level processes, their input is image, their output is also image. In the mid level processing, the input is image but output is not the whole image but certain attributes of that image. And in the high level processing, the input is not image but they are the attributes, and output is certain analysis out of that attributes. So this is a high level processing where we are not providing any image but we are only providing certain attributes of that particular image to get certain, to acquire certain information from that images. So we have three type of processing. One is input image and output is also image. So example are noise removal, image sharpening, etc., where input is image and you get certain improved image after the processing. In the mid level you are providing the image as an input but you are getting only certain objects of that particular image, like object recognition, segmentation. You are not getting the whole image as it is after processing as the output but certain attributes. So certain segments, certain parts, certain object of interest or the information in the form of name of the object that you are getting, that is called as a mid level processing. And in the high level processing you are providing certain attributes and you are making certain analysis of the data. So this is very much important to understand what kind of processing that you can perform on the image. So the major difference between our image processing and the CV that if we go to, we will see in the image processing we are accepting the image as a input, and in some most of the cases we are giving the image as output again, because we are removing the noise, we are enhancing the image. This comes under the image processing. Similarly, that segmentation, we have seen the second part, that is the mid level processing. So you are giving the image as an input and getting certain attributes. So there is example is segmentation, that also comes under the image processing. But the third part, that is this high level processing, that is not included in the image processing. So that is nothing but it is a computer vision, computer perspective. So three types of images can be handled in the image processing: stereo, like ultrasonic sound converted into image, light converted into image, and certain generated image. That means using say paintbrush and certain application you have created your own images. For this, we require input devices as camera, scanner, digitizer, and so on. So, IP is such a image processing is a discipline in which both the input and output processes are image. And in the computer vision, the ultimate goal is to use the certain analysis of that particular image data and emulate the human vision, including learning and being able to make inferences. That means you can get certain analysis after that computer vision techniques are applied on our data, and you require it is in the form of so that there you require certain visual inputs to be provided to the computer vision system. Surely it is a branch of artificial intelligence, and there is no as such, you can say it is a combination of image processing and artificial intelligence. You are applying certain artificial intelligence technique on the images to get certain analysis. So computer vision, it deals with the generation, manipulation and display of 2D and 3D images. Their application area are like fields like graph, engineering diagrams, or text or character creation, where you require certain analysis to be done on that particular data, and 2D and 3D object generation problem, and a keyboard, and so on. So this is something, a difference between the IP and CV, that is the image processing. If you add image analysis in the image processing, definitely you will get a computer vision. So no as such clear cut boundary, but definitely there is a speciality of computer vision. It can perform the analysis of the image data.